How would you feel about academic failure, unemployment, business failure, flight delays, and similar situations? Today, we're going to learn about a famous Chinese idiom, Sai Weng Yin Feifu, which means old man loses his horse, but who knows if it's not a blessing in disguise. In ancient times, there was an old man living in the frontier region who owned a horse. One day, the horse ran away and suddenly disappeared. The neighbor came to comfort the old man, but he was not upset and said, "Who knows if this is a misfortune or a blessing?" The neighbors thought the old man was confused by anger. Losing a horse was clearly a misfortune, so how could it be a blessing? A year later, unexpectedly, the old man's lost horse returned on its own and brought back a lovely foal. The neighbors came to congratulate him, but the old man did not show much joy and said, "Who knows if this is a misfortune or a blessing?" The neighbors were puzzled again. Gaining a foal for free was obviously a blessing, so how could it be a misfortune? As the foal grew up, the old man's son loved to ride it. One time, the son fell off the horse and broke his leg. The neighbors came to comfort the old man again, but he calmly said, "Who knows if this is a misfortune or a blessing?" This time, the neighbors said nothing, thinking, how could a broken leg be a blessing? Sometime later, a war broke out at the frontier, and the court conscripted able-bodied young men into the army. Because of his leg injury, the old man's son was exempted from the draft. Most of the young men who were conscripted died in the war, but the old man and his son were spared from this disaster. The story of Sai Weng losing his horse has been passed down through the ages for thousands of years. It teaches us that regardless of encountering fortune or misfortune, we should adjust our mindset. We need to observe problems beyond the constraints of time and space and consider the possible extreme changes that may occur. In this way, whether good fortune turns into misfortune or misfortune turns into good fortune, we will have the psychological resilience to handle it.